Limited use of limbs or amputation can significantly affect mobility, balance, strength, and endurance. For individuals living with the loss of a limb or reduced function in one or more extremities, everyday activities often require additional time, energy, and careful planning. One important accommodation that can make a meaningful difference is a DMV Handicap parking permit. This permit provides access to designated accessible parking spaces, helping reduce physical strain and improve safety in daily life. The impact of limb loss or limited limb function varies from person to person. Some individuals may use prosthetic devices while others rely on wheelchairs, crutches, walkers, or other assistive equipment. Even with advanced prosthetics or rehabilitation, walking long distances across parking lots can be exhausting and may increase the risk of falls or injury. For those with upper limb limitations, tasks such as opening heavy vehicle doors or stabilizing themselves while exiting a car can also present challenges. Accessible parking spaces are designed to address these realities. They are typically located close to building entrances, minimizing the distance an individual must travel. They are also wider than standard parking spaces and include clearly marked access aisles. This additional space allows individuals to maneuver mobility devices safely, adjust prosthetics, or transfer carefully in and out of a vehicle without obstruction. Eligibility for a disability permit based on limited use of limbs or amputation generally depends on functional limitation rather than the diagnosis alone. Most states require medical documentation showing that the individual's condition substantially limits mobility. This may include the inability to walk a certain distance without rest, reliance on assistive devices, or documented loss of function in one or more limbs. Medical certification is a required part of the application process. A licensed healthcare provider must evaluate the individual's condition and confirm that it meets the legal criteria for accessible parking. Clear documentation of how limb loss or limited use affects mobility is essential for accurate review. States typically offer both temporary and permanent permits. Temporary permits may be appropriate for individuals recovering from surgery, traumatic injury, or temporary loss of limb function. Permanent permits are generally issued for long-term or irreversible conditions, such as amputation or permanent neurological damage affecting limb mobility. Understanding the appropriate category helps ensure the correct type of permit is issued. The application process usually involves completing a state-specific form and submitting it along with medical certification to the appropriate motor vehicle agency. Some states allow online submission, while others require applications to be mailed or delivered in person. Once approved, the permit must be properly displayed when parking in accessible spaces. Responsible use of the permit is essential. It may only be used when the eligible individual is present in the vehicle. Misuse can result in fines, penalties, or revocation. Respecting these guidelines helps ensure that accessible parking remains available for those who genuinely depend on it. For individuals with limb loss or limited use of limbs, accessible parking supports independence. It reduces unnecessary physical strain and lowers the risk of falls in crowded or uneven parking areas. It also conserves energy for essential activities such as medical appointments, work responsibilities, and social engagement. Beyond physical support, a disability permit can also provide emotional reassurance. Adjusting to limb loss or significant mobility impairment often involves both physical and psychological adaptation. Knowing that accessible parking is available can reduce anxiety about navigating unfamiliar environments and help restore confidence in daily travel. It is important to recognize that not all limb-related disabilities are immediately visible. Some individuals may use prosthetics that are not easily noticeable, or they may have internal limitations affecting strength and balance. Public awareness of invisible disabilities helps foster understanding and respect for those who rely on accessible parking accommodations. In addition to obtaining a permit, individuals with limited limb function should continue working with healthcare providers, physical therapists, and rehabilitation specialists to optimize mobility and safety. Assistive devices, adaptive driving equipment, and rehabilitation programs can further support independence. Accessible parking works alongside these resources to create a safer and more manageable daily routine. Renewal requirements vary depending on the type of permit issued. Temporary permits must be renewed if the qualifying condition persists. Permanent permits permits may require periodic renewal to confirm updated information. Keeping track of expiration dates and maintaining copies of medical documentation can simplify future renewals. Accessible parking is more than a convenience. It reflects a commitment to equitable access and thoughtful community design. For individuals with limb loss or limited limb use, a disability permit helps remove one significant barrier encountered in everyday environments. By shortening walking distances and providing adequate space for safe vehicle transfers, accessible parking promotes dignity and participation. It acknowledges that mobility challenges can take many forms and that accommodations are necessary to ensure equal opportunity. Through proper medical certification, responsible use, and understanding of state regulations, eligible individuals can benefit from the support that a disability permit provides. In doing so, they gain a practical tool that enhances safety, conserves energy, and supports continued engagement in daily life. For those living with limited use of limbs or amputation, accessibility matters deeply. A disability permit helps transform parking from a physical obstacle into a manageable step in the journey, reinforcing the importance of inclusion and independence in communities everywhere. We hope you found this information helpful. If you need assistance obtaining a handicapped placard or plate and want to avoid the hassle, paperwork confusion, or trying to coordinate a doctor's appointment on your own, visit handicappedparking.com. Our platform connects you with licensed doctors online from the comfort of your home, making the process simple, secure, and stress-free. If you're facing any challenges with your disabled parking permit, let us know and we'll see what we can do to help you regain your traveling freedom. Our goal is to give you the knowledge and support you need to improve your quality of life. Be sure to follow this channel for more answers to your handicap parking questions, and feel free to leave a comment below. We're always happy to help. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.